Hi there, welcome to the info channels. I am Ranga. Today in this video I will talk about when the UAE government will start to issue the work permit for the foreign national. There was a problems when the COVID-19 started in the world, and the UAE government also stopped issuing the work permit along with the visa for the foreign national. But now most of the city in the UAE are gradually opening. So UAE government also allow the foreign national to come into this country. From the 24th September, all the Emirates, including Dubai, started issuing the tourist visa for the people who want to visit in this country. Okay, if you want to come in the tourist visa, so you can apply for the tourist visa. But there is one requirement. You can get the tourist visa, but when you enter this country, you must have the PCR test report. Once you get the tourist visa for UAE, first of all you have to do what? You should go for the PCR test for the coronavirus and must have the certificate of negative of the virus. The certificate should not be longer than 96 hours. You can enter this country from the date of the issuance of the PCR test report. Okay, when you come in Dubai or any international airport of the UAE, you will go for another test for the coronavirus, and your report should be negative. If you get the negative report, you can go anywhere. When your report comes positive in the UAE, you have to go for the quarantine for 14 days and get another PCR report to prove that you don't have the coronavirus. Okay, if you are the positive of the coronavirus, you have to pay for the quarantine fee as well as the PCR test. And another restriction lifted by the government of the UAE from the 24th September is the expatriate residents of UAE. If they are their home country and they went before the pandemic started, they couldn't come to the UAE. Because why? The UAE government did not allow the people come from the different country. Although many companies, they are calling their staff, they were on vacation from the UAE, they couldn't come because they had to get the prior approval from the Ministry of Human Resources to come to the UAE. The Ministry of the Human Resources, it did not allow simply people coming to the country unless they have any serious matter in the UAE. But from the 24th September of 2020, this restriction also lifted. If you are the UAE resident and your company is calling, now you can come to the UAE, but you must have the PCR test report in your home country. The PCR test report should not be longer than 96 hours. When you come in the UAE, you will go for another PCR test report in the international airport. When your report is negative, you can go to the accommodations or where you want to go. But if your report is positive, you have to go for the quarantines, and your sponsor or you have to pay for the PCR test and the quarantines. Okay guys, the tourist visa is already open. The residents of the UAE is already coming to the UAE. But when the new work permit will issue from the UAE government, I hope from the 2021 UAE government will allow the people come into the work visa and they can get the work permit also. Because why? Now in the UAE as well as in the Qatar and any other Gulf country, there is a shortage of talent or the manpower in the job market. At the initial stage of the coronavirus, many companies, they cut down their employees and they send back to their home country. But now when the business are open fully, they require the staff or the employees to run their business smoothly. So many private firms, they want the government open, issuing the work permit and the work visa for the foreign national but still the situation is not normal yet. So from the 2021 will be the better start, and UAE government will start issuing the visa for work and the work permit for the foreign national. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you have any questions, you can comment on the comment box. I will reply to you. If you are new for this channel, I request you to subscribe our channel, because I can send you the information when I upload the new video on YouTube.